new debate has entered the fray. Who is better, Rainbow Neos or Arm Neos? Here on D-Time Yu-Gi-Oh, I've been hearing some murmurings down in the comments that Rainbow Neos is better. It inspires me to compare the two. It inspires me to compare the effects and go over actually who is actually better. Who is the most applicable of the two? Michael Bowden, back here once again, and I am your host. That's in here on Mike, baby. And welcome back to D-Time! We're here, baby. As always, D-Time. And in more ways than one. Before we hop into today's video, just a couple of announcements. You can head over to D-Time Exclusives and pick up the last remaining few deck boxes. They're on the way. I can't wait to get get this out to you guys so that we can finally start the next project. Once again, apologies for the delay. Really appreciate you guys for your support. I'm so ready to hop onto the next project. Of course, if you want to see these decks in question in action, head over to TimeDuels, where you can see both Omni and Neos in action. We've got more to upload, and please do us a favor while you're over there, give that channel a sub. We're literally almost at 1,000 subs for that channel. That would work wonders for us here at D-Time. Thank you guys so much for your support. And lastly, do us one small task, huge favor for D-Time. Hit that thumbs up and comment, it's D-Time, down in the comments below. It really helps us out in the algorithm. Hey man, in these Yu-Gi Tube streets, interaction is key, interaction is everything. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Now, let's get it. So we're gonna start with the OG. We're gonna start with Rainbow Neos, okay? That was the OG one. It came out years ago. Now keep that in mind. It came out a while ago, okay? Now what it does is it's a level 10 light warrior, 45 attack, and 3,000 defense, and it requires both a Rainbow Dragon and the vanilla OG Neos. And what it does is it's a trigger effect, so it's not like on summon or quick effect or anything like that. But what it does is you can send one monster that you control for cost to return all monsters that the opponent controls back to the deck, which is scary because I think it's 45 attack power. It gets in direct, it could be game. Who knows? And the second effect is you can send a spell or trap that you control for cost to the graveyard to return all spell and trap cards to the opponent's deck on the opponent's side of the field. One-sided again, very powerful, no joke. And this last effect, my personal favorite, and I think it's underrated, you can send a card from the top of your deck to the graveyard to return your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it back to the deck. That is a monstrous effect to me, especially in the fact that you don't have to get rid of a card on your side of the field to do it, unlike his other two previous effects. That is my favorite effect, honestly and personally. Then we have Arm Neos. He's also a level 10, but he's a wind, and he's 35 attack, 3,000 defense, and it requires any Armed Dragon monster, including the vanilla E-Hero Neos. And what he does is, on summon, you can target an Armed Dragon monster that is in your graveyard and destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls that has a level and that is equal to or less than the selected targeted Armed Dragon monster that is in your graveyard. That's my favorite effect. It's awesome. But my main, actually no, I lied. My main favorite effect is during the battle phase. After he kills something in battle, he gains the effect that it becomes a quick effect that he can tribute during the main phase only. He can tribute himself to summon any elemental hero monster from your extra deck to your side of the field, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you can go for literally any one of your boss E-Hero Fusion monsters, Neos Wingman, Nebula Neos, Cosmo Neos. So now we got both of the effects out of the way. We've got them both on paper. Now let's compare the two. Now we've gone over their effects, let's compare the two. Now the issue that I have with Rainbow Neos is, first of all, he's dated. Okay, we're gonna go over Rainbow Neos first. The issue with Rainbow Neos is that he's dated, and his return, first of all, just his core fundamental design, it was more so an anime boss monster effect. The cost is not practical. It wasn't practical then, it's not really that practical now. Just the fact that you would have to have a spell or trap or a monster. He could also tribute himself, but that just kind of negates the fact that you summon him, that negates the point of summoning him, that if you tribute himself, so that's not really practical. Then back in the day, there are these things called actual battle traps, such as Mirror Force, Sakuritsu Armor, Dimension Prison. Those really aren't around anymore. He was really good for punishing those. Or like, you know, the graveyard effect, right, where you return their graveyard back to the shuffle it back to the deck. It was good against Lightsworn or Teledad. You know, return their darks, their Lightsworn names back to the deck, things like that. Because the format was a little slower, so you know it had a bit more of an application then. And the fact that it's not a quick effect really kills it for me. Like, it's not. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be biased. I don't mean to sound biased, but let's be real here. I don't want to steer you guys wrong. The card really is powerful on paper, but it just doesn't do enough anymore. And the fact that it's a trigger effect, you can book a Moon it before it gets its effect. You can Infinite Impermanence wasn't even a card when it came out. You know what I mean? Infinite Impermanence wasn't really that much of a threat when it came out. And even back in the day, you had cards like Phoenix Wing Wind Blast to return it to the deck on summon, just gone, right? All your resources are gone. Especially they could chain it to after you paid the cost, right? Make you go -1, and then we're gonna go ahead and bounce it back to the deck with popular cards such as the Wind Blast. So look, even today, even like if you put it in the Shizu format, the Shizus are quick plays. They're gonna like return anyway. So like I don't think it has much of a place. He's really just a 45 beat stick. Now that's just my honest opinion. Now Arm Neos, on the other hand, on summon, he gets an effect on summon for free to wipe the opponent's front row. And what I like about him is that he leaves enough room for you to get his attack, his battle phase effect, because he only destroys monsters with the level. So monsters such as a Link or a Exceed monster, he's not going to be destroying them because they don't have levels, which he's going to be able to run them over. There's no monster, or there's no standard monster who is 35 attack, a Link or an Exceed that is 35 attack or higher. That is a Link or an Exceed monster. Usually there is not. It's usually like a rank 4 or a Link 2 that you're going to be destroying in battle. And the fact that he's also a quick effect, he becomes a quick effect, unlike the Rainbow Neos. And I think that Arm Neos is an addendum to Rainbow Neos. Rainbow Neos is outdated. It is interesting how it requires both dragons, right? So it's just a continued legacy of the Rainbow Neos. Rainbow Neos, I believe, is the predecessor, and Arm Neos is the successor between the two. Regardless, some of you guys might think different. Some of you guys still might actually find some case uses that I'm not highlighting here or that's not coming across my mind. Let us know what it is. Are you still using Rainbow Neos? Do you still find Rainbow Neos better than Arm Neos? Let us know down in the comments. But with that, that's going to be the end of today's video. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.